Greetings. We're going to talk about the feminine power of yin and yang. The feminine power doesn't necessarily mean only women got it. Men can have it too, and so is the men power. The women can have it too, but it's more common that females have feminine power and men have male power. What this basically means is the yin and yang. A lot of people don't understand what the yin and yang really means. It means the softness and hardness of nature. The softness doesn't necessarily mean it's weak when it's used correctly, but it is weak when it's used incorrectly. So is the male strength, or the other side of yin and yang. The male strength doesn't necessarily mean it's strong. The strong strength is used ineffectively. For example, if you have power and you miss the target, you miss the person that's here, and you miss him, you come to the punch, doesn't matter how strong you are, you're going to go down. The problem with the feminine power in the year 2013 is that the females have lost the ability of strength in history because of the ego of the male situation, and the females will fly. Deception. To cause the female discourage and discomfort in history to think that she is weaker. In actual fact, at this present time, they are weaker because you guys got the genes. They eventually are created weaker because that's what happened. It doesn't mean that the righteous males knew that evil. It might have been because they knew about the male strength. But a lot of evil men would have done that to weaken the female. Okay? Because of rapists and stuff like this. The female strength can be found in the yin and yang method. It's got to do with flexibility, which is taught in basically any martial art academy. Yet to actually teach the feminine version is very rare. I'm not sure about today, but years ago, in my days, it was rare. You can find it in the yin and yang method. I have got the feminine power of yin and yang, and I have got the male too. You saw the power I had in my previous video. I usually use the feminine power, thank you, not the male. If you notice others martial artists that use the male strength, they're not that powerful. It's like the tree, a solid tree. The feminine power, and I have this line upwards. No blood, maybe a little bit of scratches, not even that. Maybe a little scratch here, nothing big. Can't break it, but it's much stronger than me, so I can take the blow. But we hit it hard enough. I suppose I have that strength. I don't even know if I have. I'll probably break it if I have it and break my hand. So you've got to control that power. Okay, the male strength is like a tree. Solid. If this tree is thinner, like really thin, you give a big enough punch, it will snap. Because that's what trees are. If you're a good martial artist, you've heard martial artists snap boards, although those are tricks of the trade. And the boards are designed to snap even by even by the weakest one. But the true martial artists can actually snap real boards. I can snap real boards. I'm not bragging, but I can. Not set up. What they do is they go by the grain. I won't explain that now. And they hit the grain on boards like pine wood, and the grain is this way to snap it. The grain is it's common sense. I can go against the grain and still snap it. But nevertheless, I won't show you that today. Nevertheless, it's not about breaking boards. It's about combat. And boards don't hit that way. Bruce, but for argument's sake. In this lesson, this big heavy tree, if a big storm comes here, boom, and hits it, this is snap, boom, by the wind. You take it down. That is the male strength, or one side of the wind. Very solid, very good. It's more like that, more like strength versus strength, or strength, as in what people understand strength to be today. The female strength is a lot different. The female strength is like a bamboo. Like a bamboo. Me and a tree, I've created this made out of a bamboo, okay? I made it myself. Okay? It's more like a bamboo. Very flexible. Okay? If this was this is not a bamboo, but if this was a bamboo, the wind comes and doesn't break, just bend. Like it's got a rip, I mean, as a tree will bend, go back up. There's a break. The biggest storm cannot break that bamboo, even though the bamboo is a lot weaker. Okay? It's found mostly in flexibility and in the Yin method. It's more like flowing with the flow. Bruce Lee emphasizes the fact to become like water. Water takes any shape. It's putting a couple in one of these pots or whatever you may call it. It becomes a shape of that. You block off the hole here with syllable, you put it in here, it becomes a shape. The holes there will just fall out. Takes any shape, any form, any likeness. You like water boosters. Flow with the flow. A lot of that can be found in the Tai Chi method. Although Tai Chi may not be, it is a martial art that's purposely for inner health, rather emphasizes inner health more than martial arts. But when you become very good with that, you may be able to use it in martial arts. But you have to understand how it works. In the William Chang method, which is more kung fu, invented by a female years ago, not by a man. When the times of Asia, there was a lot of rapists, a lot of dirty men, a lot of men that would pick on women, you know, whatever. And she, I forget her name, she found kung fu. She used to beat up the hell out of these evil people. Anyway, when they used to attack women, and it flows, gentle flow, softness. Not softness as in weak, it's weak, it's a collapse. Softness as in strong. The male, I'll go back to the male and the female strength because I know how to use this. Okay, so I can explain this to you better. My whole body weight is pushed against my hand here. Look, I'm leaning right on it. All my male strength is going onto my female hand. This is not weak, as you can see, there's no strength here. One bend. It's an unbendable arm. Because it flows if you know how to do it correctly. It flows with nature. Although if you don't know how to do it correctly, like the women have been talked about in the history and they've lost their strength in history, then you become very weak. Just like the male strength, you become very weak. The woman hits it, bang. But if you know how to use it, flow, I accelerate the movement, flow. So you can see it now. This becomes more like the man strength. Man. But you flow in the woman's side of the subject. Flow from here. You can go to the strength version of the male, you can go to the weaker, you play around with the ball, like that cat plays with the mouse. It's very hard to explain it. It flows with the flow. It comes from within. If you look at a male, at least me, I don't know about other males, but me, if I was a woman, mate, you tell me to give birth, I'd say, get out of here, I ain't giving birth. I ain't going to give a child here today. No way in the world I'm going to get pregnant. That's the male side story. The male in hospital, I don't know about others, but me, if I saw my wife, if I was married and she was having a baby, I'd be more pain than her, and I'm not giving birth she is. Women hurt, like men, and they yell and scream, and it's painful, but the male freaks out. Seeing his missus like that freaks me out. I don't know about other males, would freak me out to the max. Why, if I was a female, could not give birth, because I'm a male. Female can give birth as in delivering a child. Female strength is very powerful and very effective in hand-to-hand combat or weaponry combat in strict conditions. In the ring, it's been a long time since, and I was never practicing the ring, I think, because in those days it was used for combat. Don't know about the ring, but in actual street, it's very effective once you know. So, for example, every time you see me use, I use the feminine strength, see? I'm not using any type of male strength. Sometimes I can use both. If I use the male strength, I'll show you the difference. It's just as effective because I can use both. But I'll show you that it's just the same thing. If I use a strength, that's more like the male strength. Matter of fact, you saw the female strength more effective. Look, I use the female. It's more like being relaxed, loose. Okay, come up here. You saw that? It's like a spring, bang, snap, but through the target. Kind of like bang, putting the whole body into the punch and line in the punch. When Bruce Lee said power comes from the hip, you look at the story, I think in Australia it's called Way of the Dragon, I'm not sure about overseas, but they may have a different name, but I think they do. But they're asking how do you kick, or was this, I'm not sure what they said, but the subject was related to that he's going to do a psychic because he kicked someone's back. Okay, but the psychic says related to kicking here. It comes from the hip. And he didn't finish speaking because it's not only from the hip. It comes from the body and lining to it, the hip, especially the body and line, and especially the hip into the target. In punching, it's different. It comes from the shoulders and the lats. This is where the elasticity. See, this is where the movement of the arm is. See, this is where the movement of the leg is here. Comes by being and line straight into the target. Straight into the target. By snapping through the target. Not at it. Okay, not so much like the teacher, but through it. 6 inches through. So you will come up and go. Step through it. Snap through the target. And that is all. So I want to stress the point to females. Look on your feminine side of strength. Self-knowledge is what Bruce always taught. Bruce Lee always taught self-knowledge. Okay? It's very good. Other knowledge, other arts, other people's knowledge is good too. Book knowledge, study knowledge, get everything you can. You can get the male strength too. Don't let the male push you down. These days you can, especially. Hard. It's not easy, but it's not easy for a male either. As for children, I haven't looked into it that far, and I don't think the children should, maybe kick the aggressor, the dirty person, in the groin and run to the police station, I think, or even run before they can kick. But I mean, look, I don't know. Bruce recommends for a woman. He said the best news I can have for a woman in today's day is kick the person in the groin and run like hell. And I would say, yeah, run to the police station. But nevertheless, the William Chung method and the Tai Chi method, I'm not sure about all Tai Chi arts, but certain Tai Chi arts will teach you that. The feminine power, but it takes many years to progress in it, because females have lost their strength. And it's been a long time since females have had that confidence, that courageous appearance where they can practice. It's not just by practicing, it's by going by the genes too. And this generation, and we might talk a little bit more because I've got a little bit more film. In this generation, it goes by the genes of what you're born. Your parents have got the thoughts. It goes by the mind, spirit, and the flesh truth. If your parents have thought that the female is weaker, in this generation, the females become weaker because that's how they've been taught. They've got to be strengthened. It might take many generations before they're strengthened. That could take straight away if you train. It's all about training. Get that flexibility, use it to your advantage. Get a bit of muscle development. You don't have to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's all about speed. The heavier you are, it's very good to be heavy and muscular, yeah, but you need the power behind it. If you miss it, no good. You might as well be skinny and be fast and hit the target. Okay? Timing and accuracy is the key factor of power. Not power itself. Power is good to have, to be built. It's not, I'm pretty much built. But I mean, so don't misunderstand it. Like, but I'd rather be light. I'm about 75 kilos at the moment, lost some weight from 94. But you're more faster. It's about speed. If I hit this very slowly, I'm not going to do nothing other than push myself backward, towards it. Using an isometric test, which is good for exercise, but don't do nothing. If I hit that really hard, fast, I'm not going to break my hand. I'm going to back the board. Now, board's going to hit back, but this is the same thing in combat. If I'm going to hit someone fast with accuracy and timing, this sort of thing, and if I hit a pinpoint, if it's going to go down, if I miss them, it doesn't matter how big I am or small, that's what I have an effect. So you can be big or small and have the same effect. Doesn't matter if you're a female or a male. As long as you hit that ball, timing action. With wrestling moves, we'll talk about this some time, but that's another passionate kicking. Wrestling comes a little bit more complicated, but anyway.